At the Levaya of the Divrei Chaim of Tzanz, Tzaddik Hador, people were distraught. They couldn't imagine life without the Tzaddik. There was a young chassid who was there, turned to his friend and said, "I'm certain that tomorrow the sun won't rise. The world can't exist without the Divrei Chaim." An older chassid overheard the conversation and tapped him on the shoulder and said, "My dear brother, I want you to know, I'm old enough to remember when the Choz of Lublin was nifter. And when the Choz of Lublin was nifter, we all looked at each other and said that we're certain the world won't continue either. Don't worry, the sun will rise tomorrow, the light of the tzaddikim will continue to shine, Klal Yisrael will continue, and Ritz Hashem, the world will be okay." Now, the Babover, Reb Shlomo Babover, the great-grandson of the Divrei Chaim of Tzanz, Reb Shlomo Babover, whose Yahrzeit, the 23rd Tzeit it just was a young man at the time and overheard this conversation between the older chassid and the younger chassid. I went over to the young man and said to him, "I heard what you said and I heard what he said. I want you to know that it's true, the sun will rise tomorrow, but the world is going to be so different. Because when people would go to visit my grandfather, my Zayda, for the Yom Noraim, they would travel from Warsaw, from Krakow to Tzanz. They would get on the train, and when the conductor would call out, 'Next stop, Tzanz,' people would start to cry. Everybody's hearts would be wide open, totally broken, thinking about the upcoming Yontif and what it would feel like to stand before the Tzaddik." That's the minhag of the Jewish people, has been for many generations, to spend Rosh Hashanah with their Rebbe. And they would hear, "Next stop, Tzanz," and already would be ma'or to tshuva, they'd have thoughts of tshuva. And then the Babover continued and said, and when they got to Tzanz, as they were getting off the train, the conductor would say, "Next stop, Rosh Hashanah." It's Elul now. We've been preparing for this for a while, whether consciously or subconsciously, whether we're aware of it or not. All roads lead to Rosh Hashanah, and everything has led up to this very special time that we're in now, where it's all aboard the Elul train. Elul is different among months. The Arizal and others are giving us insight as to what this month is all about, with a set of acronyms. One of them, which opens up one gateway of understanding the Kedusha and potential of this month, is that Elul stands for Aron, Luchos, V'Shivrei Luchos. The Aron, the Ark, the Luchos, the tablets that were given, and the Shivrei Luchos. That means the second Luchos, and also the broken pieces of the first Luchos. In other words, there's something about this month that that represents our way of connecting with the Kodesh Baruch Hu, that brings our entire selves, our entire experience, the parts of us that we feel are whole, and the parts of us that we feel are still broken, that which is lacking, that which is missing, and that which is there. All of us, all aboard an Elul, all in. Elul also stands for Efshar lehiskayim v'lamod lefanecha. There's times where we feel like, because of our mistakes, or because of the time that we're living in, because of the tzaros, the challenges that we're facing, or because of what we're lacking, because of maybe our lowly state, or whatever it may be, we feel like we just can't do it. How could I stand before HaKadosh Baruch Hu during these days and during the Yom Noraim? We have to know, Efshar lehiskayim v'lamod lefanecha. We can. There's an optimism to tshuva, the possibility of great things, of awakening ourselves in tshuva, this is one take, everyone knows the rules, of making it to Rosh Hashanah, of standing before Hashem and with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with our entire selves, with all of our mistakes and our wrongdoings, our lows and our highs, all together, all in. So it's this time of year where we say, all aboard the Elul train, all aboard the Rosh Hashanah train, however we are, however we look, and whatever our year was like, Ribono Shalom, we're here with you. And even if times might be challenging and things might be hard, it's a time where the King is in the field, where we're all in this together. Hashem should help us that it be a month filled with joy and optimism, with the possibilities of an amazing turnabout for the entire world. And Mirz Hashem will be zocha to a Rosh Hashanah, to a new year that's healthy and that's sweet. And Mirz Hashem, next stop Rosh Hashanah, we'll all be together in Yerushalayim, and be Mamlech HaKadosh Baruch Hu with revealed good.
הכהנים והעם העומדים בעזרה, כשהיו שומעים את שם השם המפורש יוצא מפי, כהן גדול היו קוראים, משתחווים ונופלים על פניהם. ברוך ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.